Hey everyone, Mr. Norris here. During COVID, I want to make sure you're still going to get all that information you need to make sure you can use all the tools in my classroom. So this time we're going to talk about the belt sander, or disc sander as it may be written. They call it a belt or disc sander because, take a look, it has a belt and it has a disc. So, with your belt or disc sander, if we're looking at the worksheet we have two sides of the sanding disc. Sanding disc revolves counterclockwise, and this is called the downside. You always want to sand your workpiece on the downside because the sanding disc is going this way. So this is down. You never want to sand it on the upside because if you do, your piece can fly off. Whereas if it's here, the natural rotation of the sanding disc pushes it down into the table. B is the upside. C is the work support, and we use this to support pieces when we're sanding. D is the actual sanding belt, which will go this way. It will come towards the work supports. E is the almighty power switch. F is the table. And G is the miter gauge, which again, we don't have one of because I don't know. Probably because this room is getting ready to be painted. Never forget, whenever you're using tools, whether at home, here, wherever you may be, you always have your hair pulled back, all your jewelry off, nothing dangling from your neck, and eye protection all the time. All the time. These are not that expensive, but what's inside here, super expensive. Just be careful, okay? So now let's talk about what to do with your belt sander. So if we want to start sanding, what we're going to do is look at our worksheet, which I left, so let me grab. There we are. So if we're going to do anything, the first thing we always do before we use any tool is to make sure that we are safe. So for the belt sander, you need to do letter G. Make sure that your hair is tied back, sleeves are up, and your watch and jewelry are in your pocket. Then you're going to turn it on and let it get up to full speed, which is E. Then you're going to do letter C, which is place stock firmly against the table, holding it firmly. Then you're going to gently push it against the sanding disc on the downside. See how quickly it does that? Now, when I'm done, I turn it off before I move away. I don't walk away from a machine that's been turned on. We want to finally wait until the machine comes to a complete stop before we walk. So that's everything that we have there. So now, let's talk about our trues and falses, shall we? True or false? Actually, let's do it up here. There we go, that's better. So, true or false? It's okay for students to make adjustments to the machine. False. True or false? If you have a question or a problem with a machine, you should tell Mr. Norris immediately. True. True or false? Never stand or have any part of your body in line with the path of the workpiece. What that means is don't stand so that something's going to come flying into your face. Okay? Stand to the side. So, yes, you never stand with any part of your body in line. It's okay to start the sander with your workpiece touching the belt. False. Push your workpiece hard into the stand belt for to produce the best results. False. It's okay to sand multiple pieces at a time. False. 2 hands must be kept on the stock when sanded. Yes, I didn't do that. I did a bad thing. I was trying to hold the camera so I could film this. I should have put the camera down. I was bad. Okay, enough punishing. Keep fingers at least 1 inch away from the disc or belt to avoid losing skin. If you're thinking about becoming a spy, if you're thinking about going into the CIA or maybe becoming a mercenary, then it's okay to have your fingers closer and just sand off all of your fingerprints. But that's going to hurt a lot, so please, I'm kidding. Never, ever, ever have your fingers closer than 1 inch to your workpiece. It's okay to leave the machine on while you get another piece. No. Wait for the machine to come to a complete stop before moving away. True. Only 1 person may use the machine at a time. True. And that is everything about the disc belt sander.